Hey, welcome to World Entertainment. And Sasha Calle, the former Supergirl in the original DCEU, has now spoken out about losing the role and says she was devastated basically by this. She also announced that she was signed on for multiple movies. So I'm curious as to what they had to do to actually get rid of her. Because if she signed a contract, did they pay her off? Because I doubt the contract had in, or we can just scrap the whole thing and willy-nilly and reboot it without having to do anything for you. Because that would sound really strange, because if that was the case, what's the point of a contract? Yeah, the actor could do it as well. They could just go, well, I'm done. I'm not working with you again. Screw this. I'm out. I want to do something else. You know, what are they going to do? Turn around and go, well, you're on a contract. It's like, so are you. Contract goes both ways. So a lot of people need to understand. But let's have a look at this anyway. So it says, following the Flash movie, the plan was for Sasha Calle to continue as the DCEU Supergirl, reportedly alongside the return of Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman, with Michael Keaton also sticking around as DC's Dark Knight. As many DC insiders have said, the real ending of The Flash was to lead to a Batman multiverse. However, according to what was told, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO nixed it all in favor of going with a DC reboot featuring cheaper talent. Enter James Gunn's DCU. Now we hear from Sasha Calle, who confirms she signed a multi-picture deal to play Supergirl and shoot a different ending to The Flash. She also says she was heartbroken upon learning she wouldn't be playing Supergirl. Instead, James Gunn has cast a new Supergirl in the role, played by House of the Dragon's Millie Alcock, who will first appear in Gunn's new Superman movie starring new Man of Steel, David Corenswet, before her own movie, which has a June 26, 2026 release date. Regarding what Sasha Calle had to say about Supergirl, she recently spoke with THR about In the Summers, which she managed to film during The Flash's press tour. Interestingly enough, Calle happened to be friends with Leslie Grace, who also stars in the movie and was supposed to star in the cancelled Batgirl movie. So here's what she said. I don't know what I would have done without Leslie. To be honest with you, I feel like she got it even worse. And yet, she was just this divine light of love and warmth, Calle said. With the article noting the actresses wanted their Supergirl and Batgirl to meet up on screen, she said this, and even though it came from a really confusing and painful situation, we got to have this beautiful friendship that is true and honest and sincere and kind. We were there for each other, and I'm really happy that we had each other then. Calle was also forced to deal with the controversy surrounding Ezra Miller at the time, something she said wasn't easy. It was very hard, I have to say. I had bittersweet feelings as I was maneuvering everything, Calle admitted. I was very excited, but there were a lot of unanswered questions for me, so it was very bittersweet. The article also notes that Calle admits that there's some frustration since she originally shot an ending of The Flash that was supposed to pave the way for future adventures as part of her multi-film contract. Rumours offered that ending featuring her side by side with Henry Cavill's Superman and Michael Keaton as Batman. Instead, the George Clooney Bruce Wayne ending was added at the end. It's also known the Ben Affleck Batman Lost in Time ending was cut, leading to the Batman multiverse. And she said this as well, I had a conversation about her future many times. When I signed on to that, it was for a multiple picture deal. That's a common thing when you sign on to a franchise. So it was very heartbreaking for me and it was very confusing. Ultimately, I know that I did my best. So you're seeing there, like, she really was left disappointed and heartbroken that James Gunn came in and pretty much yanked the rug out from under her. Oh, you signed a multi-picture deal, did you? Not anymore. Bye-bye. Out the window that goes. You know, the fact that, yeah, she had to go around and promote this thing and even work on it with Ezra Miller, knowing everything that was happening with him. As she even said there, you know, there was a lot of unanswered questions. Some of them questions may have even been, why is he even still here? But it's just the fact that, number one, it does confirm that Henry Cavill, of course, was going to be back. Keating was going to stay on. Ben Affleck was still going to be around. Her Supergirl, of course, was going to stick around. And, you know, as much as when you saw her in the trailer, you went, ooh, I don't know about this. And next to Michael Keating, she was the best part of the Flash movie. She really was a good Supergirl. The fact that it was like, I signed on for multiple films and you just upped and got rid of it. Like, no one, but it sounds of it, she pretty much learned of it the way we all did through the announcements of Warner Brothers saying publicly, we're bringing James Gunn on to reboot the DCU. And the fact that half these actors apparently were still going in and having conversations with Gunn where he's being told, oh yeah, don't worry, we got parts for you. And then it's like, no, we don't. Like, we're not going to forget Gal Gadot coming out and saying, I've had conversations with James and Peter and Wonder Woman is still a go. You know, they've guaranteed me that. And then James Gunn is coming out and going, we never said that. Like, which is it? Is it they did tell her, don't worry, you're in good hands here? Or was it that she was saying that to try and get fans to get excited for more Wonder Woman and pressure them into keeping her around? Why would you say I went in to have meetings with them? That doesn't make sense unless she actually went in and had meetings with them. So by the sounds of it, it sounds like Sasha Calle may have even had a meeting or two with Gunn or someone from DC. Maybe it was even Peter Safran, and they might have been saying to her, yeah, you know, we're not sure what we're doing yet, but don't worry, we'll let you know. And then she finds out, oh, they're going in a completely different direction and I'm out. Yeah, it's weird, you know, it really is. So she's devastated, but you know, I'm sure she'll land on her feet, no pun intended. She seems to be getting more roles anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.